Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to do my first impressions on the Sean O'Connell knives Lbxl. This was loaned in to me by my buddy, my brother, Kyle, DTOM Knives and Gear. And you can obviously see here, this is a hulking, massive beast of a knife. And I actually kind of like it. Now, it's heavy as shit. It's not something I would actually really carry. I put it in pocket, but it's not gonna go very far around the house maybe, and then I'll cut some stuff, but I'm not gonna really go crazy. It's a handmade knife. I know he doesn't care, but it is a $900 knife, and at the same time, it's just massively heavy, thick, and I don't know, it's just not something I prefer to even have in my pocket. Also, it seems to be a bit of a hazard. That edge is right on line with the scale, which I think is a big deal on this knife. You'll see here, it does have a very Borka blade stitch kind of aesthetic to it. Some people have said it looks a little too much like it. I don't really know that knife very well, so I can't really speak to it. I've only seen the auto version, and yeah, it kind of has a similar shape, but that's about as far as it goes for me. This is a very heavily stone washed, maybe acid etched or acid washed blade. It's Nitro V steel with a very nicely done aggressive hollow grind all the way through here. Good edge on this guy, very freaking sharp. You have a pill shaped hole right here, kind of a choily thing here, and then sort of a finger groove here and a swell here. Then you have this crazy looking clip. I think it's some kind of bronze anno titanium copper backspacer with this rock pattern. Really nicely finished scales. I like the feel on them. Ergonomically, if you hold it back here, it fits in my hand basically like a glove. It just fills the hand up. That's what she said, you know. And then my thumb lands right on this poon spoon. It just literally is perfect. So I could definitely understand why somebody with massive hands would really enjoy this knife. You can choke up here on this choil, and I guess you still want to stay in the poon spoon. There is jimping here, but it's not really like aggressive in a bad way or anything, because it's spaced apart enough and big enough. It's not like the type of sharp, aggressive jimping that you get on like a Chavez. These are just sharper edges. These have been knocked down a little bit more. Just something I happened to notice feeling both those knives. You don't really want to choke up and then climb up here because this is a very thin spine. Now, not thin in the sense that like it's gonna break or something, but it's thin in the sense that like he almost put a hollow grind on the swedge here, I guess you'd call it. This is super thin. It feels like a hollow grind would, and then there could almost be like a second edge up here. That would be pretty freaking cool if you had a second edge up there and you still had this poon spoon to hang out in, and then you just had another edge. I don't know what you would use it for, but it's crazy. Pivot collar, nice pivot there. It's a one-sided pivot or D-shaped pivot, I guess. I guess those aren't mutually exclusive, but I always say D-shaped when I see this. So I should just say there's tooling on one side and a clean show side pivot. The lock bar is an interesting son of a bitch. So it's not really that it's like hard to slide over. It's just that it travels a far distance to get out of the way. And then you can move it over. So it's like, I don't know, it's an interesting lock bar. I don't like it very much. The lockup's good and everything. It's just that it takes a lot of effort to get it all the way over. I'm sure once you get used to it, you just kind of shove it all the way and pull down, so she said. And it works, but like, I don't know. One of my things with knives, guys, and you may have noticed this, is that I don't want to work. I don't want to do extra work for things. I don't want to have to wrist the blade out on a deployment. I don't want to have to like constantly remember a different type of motion to disengage my lock bar. There's just certain things. I don't want to have to avoid a lock bar to flick a knife. I don't want to have to climb all the way down here to flick it, right? And that is just stuff that kills a knife for me. So it's just personal stuff. And a lot of people have knives that have all those issues and don't mind at all. They don't mind. They're just like, you know what? Today I'm carrying my Sean O'Connell knives, Lbxl, and I know today I'm going to be shoving this lock bar as hard as I can over to get it out of the way. I shouldn't say as hard, but as far. And that's fine with them. And, you know, for very, very, very special knives, I will do a little extra, right? Like on the Evo 2.0, I will try to get down and make sure I'm on the clip when I go to flick it. So I avoid the lock bar. Like, there are exceptions to that for me, but it's just kind of a rule for me. If I have to do a bunch of extra work, I'm out. So this does have a cool like front flipper design on here. I actually like that deployment method the best, I think. I mean, I'm a real big middle finger flicker guy, but this is just very satisfying. The jimping's very well done. It doesn't dig in or hurt or anything. You just give it a little flick and that sucker comes out of there. And for such a massive knife, it's just very satisfying to do that. So let me just give you guys an up-close look at everything, and then we can close this bad boy out. You can see some ano on the hardware. Excellent finish on these scales. A little bit of a scratch there. I'm guessing that's from Kyle. It might even just be a little bit of oil or something. Then there is your pivot collar right there with your pivot. Exceptional blade. Look at the hollow grind. Look at the finish on that blade and on that edge. Basically a mirror edge. This was this just came back to Kyle from Sean O'Connell Knives. He fixed an issue that Kyle had. He stripped a screw, and I'm betting he put a fresh edge on it. Seems like a great dude. You can see that kind of sharp spine right there. Comes to an actually kind of dainty tip, which I prefer on a knife. There's that jimping I was talking about. You can see it's spaced apart. Just feels really good. Rock pattern copper backspacer, which is really dope with that two-tone coloring on it. You know how copper takes that kind of like aqua patina or whatever. Here's your clip. Bronze ano. Relief cuts here for the frame lock. There is the frame lock. I believe there is not an insert on this knife. Again, this is handmade, so for the most part, you're not going to get... Actually, it is really hard to tell, guys, but it looks like there might be... I don't know, I can't tell, but it's possible there's a steel insert in there. Either way, it's very smooth, no lock stick or anything, so it doesn't really make a difference in my mind. Very thick stock, look at that. But that spine comes down. I mean, it's really nice, guys. Just a really good blade, and then again, you gotta shove it out of the way. Oh, get it. There it goes. Shake, 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 Sonora. And you're down. Again, here's a look at that edge just sticking up all the way to the top. Like, I feel it right there. I am barely grazing over. In fact, I'm not even touching the scale, and I can feel the edge. So it is at least flush, I would say. See if I can get you an angle there. Here's kind of an internal angle of everything. So you can see how close it is. That will bother some. It will not bother others. And usually the guys who are into this size and, you know, type of knife do not care. So that's just how it is. Action, again, is very good. Front flipper's really good. Ooh. Came down on me a little bit. I had my finger in there when it closed, and it kind of just pushed my finger out. It didn't cut me, luckily. So yeah, you just got to be careful. Right-hand knife only, obviously. That's it, guys. It's the Sean O'Connell Lbxl compliments of my brother, DTOM Knives and Gear. I would definitely say go check out his channel if this knife appeals to you. If you're watching me and you don't watch Kyle, you know, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just kidding. Also, I'm going to be kind of showing this in all my videos currently. This is a design that I came up with. It was a nickname somebody gave me, Detent Diva, and I am doing t-shirts. So there's actually an open pre-order for the t-shirts. If I remember, I'll put the link in the description of this video, but my Instagram has it in the bio. I posted about it on YouTube with the link. It's in our Facebook group, Shadow Rangers. You can leave a comment and ask about it, and I'll give you the link. But this is the design, and it's going to be pink ink, and it'll be on a gray or blue shirt. I think it's going to come out dope. Pre-order's going really well already, so jump in on it. They start at $20. Comes with stickers and some swag. And yeah, so that's the t-shirt. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.